Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your general love reading for July 21st through the 31st. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I want to just say hello to you guys. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. It's good to see you again energetically. If you're new here, I hope that you will take the time to subscribe and that you enjoy the reading. I have 3 decks here I'm going to be working with for you guys. I have been shuffling them a little bit before starting to record, but I'll still shuffle. I'm going to start with this deck. I'm just going to move these 2 off to the side. And then we're going to just get started with this deck. There is no spread for this reading. I've been doing these without a spread, just sort of seeing what cards want to come out, and then doing clarifying cards as needed. Okay, so Virgos, let's see what wants to come out for you regarding love for July 21st through the 31st. Insight information for Virgo regarding love, July 21st through the 31st. Any information, guidance regarding love for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. I thought maybe one had flipped. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. So we have the Ace of Cups upright with the Knight of Cups reversed. Also the Queen of Swords reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Let's take a look at the cards here. Well, let's break this down. I think that we energetically have 2 people. Let's talk about these 2 people. Knight of Cups reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. Let's start with that Queen of Swords reversed energy, because I think that is what's really important here, and it's what feels the most intense. The Queen of Swords reversed is a very dramatic, overly emotional person, or could be someone who is very cold, very cut off, kind of bitchy. It could go either way. It could be all of that rolled into one. The Knight of Cups reversed is jealous and moody and really has these super high expectations and demands of what they expect from the person that they're in a relationship with. And they think that they are much more, they think that they have a lot more to offer than they actually do. And there's a bit of immaturity attached to this Knight as well. This 8 of Cups coming out upright, to me, this feels very much like something new, not connected to this. This is something that I feel is new. This 9 of Pentacles reversed is about what is needed in order to get you to this Ace of Cups. There has to be a lot of focus from you about your own self-worth and looking at the times when you've put in way more into a connection than what you were getting in return. I think that in terms of this past relationship, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. It doesn't feel like it was very healthy. It feels quite toxic. I do sense more Virgo here with this Queen of Swords than I do with this Knight of Cups. What I feel potentially, Virgo, is that having this Knight of Cups, this person who has such a high opinion of themselves, and because of that, they feel that they are entitled to demand lots from people simply because of who they are or how they are. It's a sense of entitlement that they have, and they put these very high expectations upon you and would not allow any expectations to be placed upon them. And that is what I feel triggered this cold, dramatic type of energy from you. It was reaching a point, it took you reaching a point of enough is enough with this, and when this blew, it blew up in a very dramatic way, and this feels very done. This feels very over. This feels like there is, from both sides, there's just no interest in this continuing. But if you take the time to reflect on this and use this as something, use it as a spiritual catalyst in redefining how you feel about yourself and what you deserve when it comes to romantic connections, then there is a new love offering that is approaching. Let's look at this Ace of Cups. I'm going to switch decks here. See what we can find out about this new coming in. Even with that Nine of Pentacles and that work, that reevaluating and redefining your own sense of self-worth, I feel like most people watching this video know exactly what that entails, what it's about, what the base cause of it is. And I feel that most of you are probably already starting to do that work. These first three cards just feel much more like confirmation cards to let people know if these three cards make sense to you, this type of connection with these two people, a need to be in a space of really looking at your own self-worth and how you define what you deserve in relationships, then this is the reading for you. I feel like that's all that energy is. Here, with this Queen of Swords reversed, which is where I think, Virgo, where you are right now, getting through this work to this connection, that's what we're going to focus on, okay? So let's see if we can clarify the Ace of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. A couple of cards that do want to come out here. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Virgo. This card right here, I still feel like I want to go through one more time. I'd like to get one more card. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. That's a lot. Okay. Well, let's see. So I have Justice reversed. That light might be a little bit too bright for this to focus, guys. I'm sorry, but it's too bright. I'll try to tilt it. Seven of Cups coming out upright. The Nine of Wands coming out upright. And the Eight of Coins also coming out upright. I think that this new Ace of Cups, when this does come in, when this new potential relationship comes in, I think what it will feel like to you, Virgo, is justice in the sense of all of this work that I did, all this pain that I confronted, all these things that I unpacked, it was worth it. It was worth putting in all that hard work. And I feel like these cards talk a little bit about that work. more so than the Ace of Cups. I think it's just clarifying again that this work has to happen first before this Queen can flip back over, before you can get to this moment, this new love offer that feels very much like it's vindication for you. That's the right word. Seven of Cups upright makes me feel like you're actually going to have more than one option. You're going to have more than one person who is interested. And that is going to be something that also makes you start to pull yourself out of that cold, detached, overly emotional, dramatic type of energy that you're in, which feels very chaotic. Having people find out that you're newly single and reach out and express that they have been interested before, it helps you to start to remember who you are, who you were, or who you maybe want to be. But this is what starts to shift it for you, because there are multiple opportunities, multiple choices that are presented to you. And I don't feel any sort of it feels very true that you actually do have multiple opportunities. But here's what's interesting, because this Nine of Wands coming out upright, and then the Eight of Coins being reversed. Was this card reversed? Oh, that's so interesting. I really want to say that this card was upright, and when I picked it up, I reversed it. But it actually makes more sense being reversed. I'm actually going to stick with it reversed, because this Nine of Wands speaks to finding the courage inside yourself to go through this work, to be really courageous, and to not let how hard this feels or how painful it might be to explore these things, to just keep fighting through it, to make sure that you finish it. And the reason that I'm saying this makes more sense to me being reversed, I don't sense that if it was upright that you need to develop any new skills or study or try to lean on someone else to accomplish this. But if it's reversed, then this is really about developing yourself and focusing your efforts and your energies in a very concentrated manner. This card also speaks to the notion of perfectionism. And it feels very much like the perfectionism that the standards that you hold yourself to are the cause of this Knight of Cups reversed being able to sort of get one up on you. Because for you feel very much like you need to be perfect. And what happens when you put perfect as where you're aiming for, you're always going to fall short, because perfect doesn't exist. Perfectionism is an illusion. Shifting that thinking even a little bit away from the notion of being perfect to the notion of doing your best, putting your whole heart into something, trying your hardest. That is really as close to perfection as we can get. And what happens when you don't have that sort of thinking is when someone comes along and they say to you, you've got tons of issues, you're not perfect. In your mind, you think, well, you're right, I'm not perfect. I haven't managed to be perfect yet. And then they, at that point, have the upper hand, because in a way they're in your head. They've gotten into something that's a weakness for you. It's seeing this story a little bit more, and this card really, it might drive some of you absolutely crazy that I'm going with it reversed when I really do think it was upright earlier. But it just makes this make so much sense that you have to go inward on your own and work on this by focusing inward. I don't think that you need to do anything that's an outward sort of like learning or skill development in order to deal with this. So I'm going to stick with that. I want to take a look at the Seven of Cups. I'm just going to push these cards up here and bring this one closer. I really do want to see with the Seven of Cups what we're looking at here, because it feels very... The energy around this is very interesting, because I think, Virgo, you're overwhelmed in a way. That there's so much interest and attention on you because you didn't have any interest or attention here. And so with this energy coming in and these, it feels very much like you're at a loss. You're overwhelmed by it. So I want to explore this a little bit. Clarify the Seven of Cups upright for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. Clarify the Seven of Cups upright for Virgo regarding love. Clarify the Seven of Cups for Virgo regarding love, July 21st through the 31st. Clarify the Seven of Cups for Virgo. Okay. I don't feel like we're at the end here, but clarify the Seven of Cups for Virgo. Let's try a different deck. I want to know more. I hear you guys. You guys want to know more. Sometimes it's just... Before I do this, just in case nothing comes out here too, I want to just say this. There are times in readings when there's such a block. This work. There are times when that is so important and you haven't made it to this yet or through this yet to get to this point that I'm already sort of looking out too far. Keep in mind, this reading is only through the end of this month. It covers about 9.5 days. So it's totally possible this is just where you're at. And it's confirmation for you that this person was what you thought that they were. And you have a right to feel the way that you do. And there is a lot of work that you need to go through. But ultimately, coming out, you're going to feel justified because you're going to have a ton of choices. But one of those choices is going to stand out to you. And that choice is going to leave you feeling vindicated. That you did do all of this work. That you focused on yourself. So it could be that there's nothing else that we are supposed to know at this point. And I just wanted to do the summary just so you would feel that there is actually a lot of information here. There is a lot of confirmation here. There is a lot of advice here for you. But let's see if we can get any information out about the Seven of Cups here. Clarify the Seven of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. Clarify the Seven of Cups for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. There we go. I'm not going to force it by trying to get another one out, but I did want to get at least something else for you guys. And coming out, you have the World reversed. So, here's how I interpret this, Virgo. It's something that could take a while for you to deal with. And again, like, this is where I feel most of the energy is blocked, is here, in that actual work, in that process of dealing with what you need to deal with. I think it's important that you not base your success, how you define success, how you define healing, how you define processing emotion, whatever it is. Try not to add a metric on that that's about time. Obviously, you don't want to take the rest of your life to deal with it. So you have to put some metric in place. But if it takes someone 6 weeks to totally get over something in a healthy way and to really be able to put it down and walk away to something healthier, that's great for that person. If it takes another person 6 months to accomplish the same thing, they're still accomplishing something that most people will never manage to accomplish in their life, because most people aren't willing to pick open these scabs and deal with this stuff. So it's unfair to you to judge how long it takes you. It takes as long as it takes. Focus on the work. Focus on showing up daily to work on this. Focus on doing your best, trying your hardest. And as long as you're doing that, you're doing everything that you can do to work through this and move yourself closer towards this new beginning. This is a deck that I use as an oracle deck. I just want to see if a couple of cards might come out for you guys, just as advice or guidance for the next 10 days as we wrap up the month of July. If any of this resonated with you guys, please take a moment to leave me a comment. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe. Let's see if we can get any advice or guidance for you guys around this situation. Any advice or guidance for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st? Any advice or guidance for Virgo? Wow. Cards are done. You guys are probably done. Let's see if I can get anything for you guys, though. Anything for Virgo, July 21st through the 31st. One almost wanted to come out. I'm just going to go one more time. If nothing comes out this time, I'm not going to try to force it, but I did feel a card really want to come out there. Wow. Okay, Virgos. I'm not going to force it. I think that, like I said earlier, there's actually been a ton of advice that's come out here, and the reading itself feels complete to me. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments. If you really would prefer that I keep pushing and trying to make the cards talk, let me know that. I tend to not do that as a reader because I feel like I'm exerting my energy rather than just letting the energy exist. But let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you guys about this situation. I would love to know when these multiple people start coming in for you guys. So absolutely, please subscribe if you like the video, just because I like to keep track of these readings and see if the next time I read for Virgo, if it's still this group or if it's another group that has a different thing going on. And it's interesting when I can tell one group has popped back in with an update on what happened the last time. So thank you guys so much for letting me do your reading. I will be back on August 1st with readings for all the signs for the first half of August. Those will actually all go up all at once on the 1st. Thank you guys for your patience in July as I tried to just deal with my own life and things, doing personal readings for people and trying to get through these readings. And thank you for those who participated in the survey that I did recently asking what types of readings you preferred in terms of the length and the duration. Let me know, guys, what you think about these, because I'm trying to keep them under 25 minutes and I'll do them twice a month. So let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next month.